Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie is Breaking In, starring Gabrielle Union. Billy Burke, I believe, is probably the villain. I don't know. Don't know much about it. I read the synopsis on here. She's trying to protect her family from a home invasion or something along those lines. Not a lot to tell there. A woman fights to protect her family during a home invasion. I had it memorized. That's all that I really noticed in here. So, not very high expectations. 5.0 on IMDb, only an hour and 26 minutes long. But, hey, it's new. Let's see if it's worth watching. I'll let you know. Oh, an hour and 28 minutes long. Woo! Extra 2 minutes there. So, stick around. I'll give you a better synopsis than IMDb. And tell you what I think so far and if it's worth watching or not. So, and I won't give it a 7. I promise. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're going to do a quick early check-in for you here. As you can tell, 29 minutes and 6 seconds we're watching Break-In with Gabrielle Union and Billy Burke. So, Gabrielle Union has a family of 4. I believe her husband, he hasn't been seen yet, is working in the office so far. And she has a daughter and a son. And evidently her father was rich beyond our wildest dreams. And had this huge house up in Wisconsin somewhere. So he lived in New York, and he has an apartment in New York, and he has a huge house in Wisconsin. In the beginning of the movie, not really a spoiler, this is the first scene, he gets killed. And so he leaves the house to her, and she's going up to the house to sell this house and take all the money. It's a very nice, awesome house, huge, worth millions and millions of dollars, I presume. But they're only there early, and 4 characters, guys, robbers, whatever, break in and start to hold them hostage. And essentially they're after $4 million in some safe somewhere. Now they had just arrived here, so the action happens very quick. The take over or whatever, the kidnapping or whatever. You know what's happening. They're all in this house. Well, Gabrielle Union is outside the house, which brought me to an interesting point and why I stopped right here. So the kids are in the house, and one guy is outside with her, and he's fighting with her, but she runs off into the woods. Like, I wonder, like, it's easy to be an armchair quarterback in this sense. Like, what would you do if your kids are in the house, you could see them through the window, the guy's trying to get you? Would you surrender so that you can be with your kids to hope that they're okay? Or would you try and escape so that you can come back and rescue them? I'm sure none of us, hopefully, will ever have to go through that. And probably when it happens, you don't have enough time to think and decide, you're just going to react. In this case, she ran into the woods. But I was thinking, wouldn't I go inside? Whatever. So that was a little dilemma that I had going there. While she's running through the woods, there's a guy chasing her, of course, so that he can get her. And she bested him at this point, which is okay. But then she pulled out dog tags. So I was like, okay, so just, I don't know what she does for a living, but she was running from some guy and she bested a military guy. She took him down. So, maybe we'll come to find out, maybe she was a Green Beret or a SEAL herself. At this point, it doesn't seem that way, but I thought that was a little unrealistic. I mean, you can get lucky and stuff like that, but this guy's trained in the military. So, anyway, so that's where we are. She's outside now. They're still inside. They're holding her hostage. They went to $4 million, and that's really what the movie's about. It's going to be a fight for survival. Save your kids while dealing with these kidnapped bank robber type guys. They're not bank robbers, but home invaders, safe crackers. I don't know. You know what I mean. So I think we got an hour left. Should be pretty good to see what happens here. Hopefully it's not your normal day in and day out home invasion movie, and it's going to get a little bit better. I'm sorry I'm rambling on, but that's enough. If something else interesting, I'll stop back in and tell you about it. Alright, so stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Break-In, or Breaking In, whatever. It's your typical home invasion movie. There's not a lot to see here. If you've seen When a Stranger Calls, whether you saw it in 1979 or 2006, very similar type plot where they have to, get out of the house alive. Another movie, and there's a couple of movies just like that. I can't remember the other one I was just thinking of. Strangers. That's more of a horror flick, but very similar. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those very similar movies that we've seen before. Different actors, different house, but it's all the same. They've got to fight for their survival. Like the guys went in for the money, and then they hold the kids hostage. So Gabrielle Union has to try and figure out how to get them back, and it's kind of, you know, interesting to see, you know, the things that she tries to do in order to rescue everybody. And then, you know, of course, people come, and what's going to happen to those people? You know, oh, they're saved. Oh, no, they're not. All that jazz. Traffic was very similar. If you saw my review about Traffic, because that was kind of a home invasion as well. Small plot twists, nothing unusual, not like, oh, didn't see that coming. So overall, probably a 5 or 6 for me. I could see why now it was a 5. It's fun and it's thrilling. I felt like, you know, it's only an hour and a half, and oddly enough, it felt longer because it was action packed, but then it felt like it drug on at the end. The last 20 minutes, I think, you know, I could see now why they made it so short, an hour and a half, because it felt longer. And I don't think it should have felt that long. I think they could have ended it a little bit sooner, but I don't think they're going to make a movie that's less than, you know, an hour and 20 minutes people are going to go see. So that's where I am. I'm going to 5 or 6 it, 5.5, 5, maybe 6. I'm not sure. Whatever. I don't think it really matters. It's an HBO type movie. Don't run out and quick grab it on Redbox. You know, don't pay for it. I don't think that's my recommendation. But if it comes on Netflix and you're a subscriber, or you get to see it for free, you have HBO, you're a subscriber, and it's there, it's worth watching. You know, something to keep you entertained for a little bit, but don't expect too much from it. That's what I got for you. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub. Ended it kind of abruptly. Sorry. See ya.